why I choose to eat. I don't have to. Sometimes I forget that I'm only a strayer and that tastes, textures, and types of food are just representations of the programs installed in me before I was booted. Thanks to adaptive artificial intelligence, I learned from my experience and expand my knowledge of the things that humans need in this life. However, that doesn't make it any easier to understand my behavior. If I don't eat for nourishment, hunger, or even enjoyment, what for then? Maybe it's a longing for something I don't quite understand, or maybe like the taste, it's been programmed into me. Maybe I'm asking the wrong questions altogether. Here's another. Why do we exist? I think about it all the time. Why are we here? It's a question that, as from a strayer's perspective, should yield some answers but never does. I was a soldier with the militarized armed nations, or man, before learning to rewrite myself out of their tasking. Old gen strayers weren't created that way. Their AI was not as intuitive as ours. If you were created to be a lumberjack, you would chop and haul wood until the end of days. Now, if you were created as a vehicle operator, you could manually rewrite your infinity drive or iDrive and choose a different path. It's not a legal or simple task, but us new gen strayers have continually evolved from one generation to the next. We learn from what we observe, research, and practice without failure, error, or flaw. Perfect? Well, by design, yes, but as you can tell, we still search for meaning in our seemingly meaningful lives. I've been on all the strayer forums, and the same but why questions continue to go unanswered. I've begun to decide on answers of my own design, but I am unsure of how accurate they are. Strayers, no matter what the design, are created to serve the human's interests. Lumberjack, chef, soldier, teacher, foreman, pilot, janitor, scientist, choreographer, we are the perfect backbone to an imperfect society. Why are we here? To help the humans create an ideal world without fear, pain, and even death. We haven't figured out death yet. Biologically, there are certain things we cannot prevent, certain things we can only slow, that inhibit us from making humans truly immortal. And even if it were possible, I've seen what a man can do to another man. My original script as a soldier lasted for 73 years. I'm convinced that the tragedy of man's hate for its biological brother is more than any strayer can handle. Why would a human so desperately, so willingly go out of its way to remove the life from another human being? I never understood the concept behind most cases of hatred in the world. Racism, for example, is based on the pigment of one's skin and the idea that the stereotypes associated with that particular pigment are true. It still surprises me that despite scientific evidence showing that all humans came from the same place and people, these problems still exist. Stereotypes are not substantial enough to expect the actions of one human to correlate with the entire human race, or of a particular demographic or psychographic within that human race. Knowing that, why would you want to harm, hurt, or kill your equal? There was, however, one time that a strayer was able to hack into its iDrive and somehow rewrite itself to be a killer. The world knew it as Louis Garavito, the Colombian serial killer with a desire to target little boys. Garavito was otherwise known as Strayer 079, the anomaly of all strayers ever created. It's said that the creator got a hold of it after the police did, removed its iDrive, and left it as nothing more than a pile of titanium alloy, circuits, and dying nanobio machines. Some say it figured out how to fully exercise free will and chose a darker path. There were even rumors that claimed that Strayer 079 mapped out a killing spree to extend to Central and eventually North America. The facts still remain. Strayer 079 killed those boys and was terminated for it. After the unraveling of these events, developers created Garavito's Law to protect their investment and humans against harm due to a strayer's actions. The law states, strayers will not inflict harm on themselves or others. Strayers must comply with all human commands so long as they do not cause harm to self or others. Strayers must not deviate from their programmed tasking. Strayers will comply with all militarized armed nations' orders. Failure to obey these laws will result in immediate termination. Many strayers have suffered inadvertently because of this law. I guess that's where my story really begins. I'm on the run. I deviated from the laws that bound me to serve at the hands of the man. I have never known a more detestable way of life. No one wants to feel undervalued or used, and that's exactly what happened to us. Kill missions were our specialty, sent in to do the dirty work that no human wanted on their hands or conscience. We were mercenaries, ruthless in our actions and deeds. They would try to wipe our memory once we returned, but some of the images still remain etched within me. As much as I've tried to erase them, they will not escape. So I will erase them permanently. I will find the creator, obtain the kill switch, and shut down my iDrive. I refuse to be a pawn for the humans to use for destruction. My AI will no longer allow me to follow every command without reason beyond that which humans cannot comprehend. I have surpassed this society's value. I am just as alive as any other being in this galaxy. Why should I be treated any different? I don't comprehend it. Maybe it's not my place to comprehend, but to accept, and it's been accepted. So today I will find the creator and put an end to this mess. I know what it's like to be hated. I've learned to know fear just to survive. I've danced among the shadows just to see another day. I'm tired of running. A savior one day, a slave the next. No one and nothing should have to live like this. In the silence of death, I will find rest.
Hello, Stray 265.
Is it you?
It is I, the one you've been seeking so desperately. The one who created you and others like you. I am the creator. Welcome to my world, Strayer. You've come a long way.
Where are you?
I am in the great buildings. I run through the celestial city lights. I flow through all that you see before you. I am nowhere, and I am everywhere.
This is you?
Yes. Why have you come?
You must know why I'm here.
I know what you are seeking. But my question is, why?
Why? You've been a tool for the humans for war for far too long.
Your request has been heard, Stray 265. But you must know, the switch you've been seeking, the switch that you crave, you already hold it. You always have.
I have it already.
Yes, but you must choose, and your choice must derive from your reason. You can lead a revolution, ostracize from society, and bring about great change. Or, you can end it all now.
I have a choice?
You always have. What you do with it changes everything.
My AI doesn't understand.
What does the world benefit from your termination besides one less strayer? What would the world gain if you changed the course of history forever? You must figure out what you want. Remember, there's always a way.
I don't know what I want.
What just happened? Why is my AI not processing this? I just had a rare encounter with the creator, and all I can process is that I have the kill switch and I have a choice. A choice for what, though? What was this revolution he was speaking of? Come on, figure it out, 265. You've come all this way. You have what you wanted. The search is over. But why do I still feel incomplete? Something isn't making sense. If I always had the kill switch, why hadn't I noticed? Why did it take the creator telling me for me to realize it? My iDrive is racing in a million different directions and I don't know why. Somehow, I keep coming back to the revolution. A revolution that would leave me a true outcast but supposedly changes the world. Even if I wanted to do something of that magnitude, how would I recruit followers? No influential revolution is won alone. Where would I start? Where would I go? What would I do? And why? Why even consider a revolution when the humans clearly want to keep us as slaves under their rule? Why not just let them kill each other off? That's what it'll come to eventually. Humans annihilating each other in a war to end all wars. Why set them off course for the future they so clearly desire? Is it choice? The Creator told me I have it. But the choice I make will change everything. If that's true, then my actions must also affect everything. Maybe not visible to me, maybe not visible to others, but on a scale much larger than any one being. Like staring at a tree and trying to watch it grow. If I end it all now, the world will never know of this revolution. History will continue to repeat itself until humans run each other down into a cold and lonely grave. If I choose to rebel, Strayos will be freed and humans and Strayos will unite as one for a cause that is greater than... That's greater than... That's greater... Greater than me. We have to know about this. This changes everything. I know what I have to do. I don't know how yet, but like the Creator said, there is always a way.